Hi guys, I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to be doing this video. I got a lot of great reactions from the poll, so I was really excited that you guys definitely like the way I do my makeup and you want to learn, so that's really exciting. I apologize in advance if I sound sick or if you hear me kind of stuffy, but I definitely am sick. But you know what, I'm a dedicated queen, so I wanted to do it for you guys. But anyways, let's get it started. So this is typically my natural makeup look. I don't really wear a lot of makeup all the time. I'm usually like this, but there's definitely days where I'm just you know what, I'm gonna wear my makeup, and I like to make it look as natural as possible. Not saying I don't like full glam, but for me, I definitely like more of a natural look. So let's get started. I'm so excited. So I wanted to talk about what I do before I actually put on my makeup, and my staple to my whole skincare that I have, and I'll tell you why I did the quotes, is my Neutrogena Hydro Boost. It's for extra dry skin because my skin is drier than the Sahara Desert, and I'm not kidding you. And I said Sahara Desert. My skin is so dry. It's disgusting. So I really don't know how oily skin people prime their face, but if you have a dry skin, I definitely use that as kind of my base. I don't put it on my eyebrows just because I feel it kind of makes the texture of the actual powder different, and I don't like it, and it makes it more difficult. But I do put it on my face here, my forehead, and this is where I generally get dry patches, and right here, right now I'm breaking out right here, and people are breaking out where I know I don't really have a skincare regimen, and I'm just gonna put that out there now. So don't be me, don't be a hater. I'm so sorry. I don't, it's nothing, it's literally hereditary. My family doesn't have pimples my mom and dad, so it just passed to me. So another thing I use is this Tula brightening balm. It goes under your eyes, and if you can kind of see the glow here, I have really dark circles. It looks like I haven't slept in 20 years, which I'm 20, so but I have really dark circles. So even when I'm not wearing makeup, I try to put that on just so I look more awake, vibrant, because no matter if I get 4, 5, 8 hours of sleep, my dark circles are just I'm here, you look dusty. So that's my problem. So let's get into my first step that I do. Is my eyebrows. I don't know, other people do their face first and all that, but I really just, I love I love doing my eyebrows. I've come a long way on doing my eyebrows. If you knew me back then in school, at my followers, you guys know, if you were my friends, or even if you weren't my friends, I guess if you went to my school, you would know that my eyebrows were not the cutest. I'm not kidding you, had blocks, a block for an eyebrow, and it was disgusting. Sorry, I'm gonna put my hair up. It was disgusting. I don't even know why people let me go out like that. But anyways, we've evolved, we've gotten so much better over time, so I'm super thankful. And I use my Anastasia dip powder in the color chocolate. What I do is I mix the two colors together, because I know it comes with a lighter shade and then a darker shade, and I actually outline my eyebrows with the actual powder. So I take it, and I take my Anastasia brush. You don't have to have the Anastasia brush, but I just really like this brush. It just works for me. Again, you don't need to have that same brush, but again, I do like it. Sorry, my music stopped, which is real rude. I don't own any of the copyrights, if that's a thing. Don't even try me. So yeah, let's go back to shaping our brows. I preferably don't like the pencils. Not saying I haven't used them before. Sometimes I use them, but I tried different ways of doing my eyebrows, and this way has just worked for me for the past couple months if I want to achieve more of a natural looking eyebrow. Again, like you're putting makeup on, so it's natural. So I mean, your natural face is this without anything on it. So when you're trying to achieve a natural makeup, like a natural makeup look, you're wearing makeup. So they'll come at me and be like, those are full eyebrows. But anyways, so I start with outlining the top, and then I go to my arch and create the arch that I want. And I just start outlining, and I'm not really concerned about like the whole shading in at the top this moment. I'm just more of like giving myself this shape I really want. I really like my eyebrows a little bit thicker than my own, like my own natural ones. So like I'll make them a tad bit thicker and darker, which you're gonna see a little darker. Again, that's just like how I prefer to do it. You can find the way you like it and how you like your eyebrows, but I like my eyebrows just to be on the little darker side, especially if like I have curly hair. Like my eyebrows would look weird if I didn't have like a little bit darker eyebrows. So that's why I do that. But my eyebrows definitely have changed over the years, and it was honestly one of my biggest insecurities ever, if I'm being completely honest. Everybody has their own insecurities, and mine just happen to be my eyebrows because they're non-existent. Like like where are they? Like they're there, but they're not there, you know what I mean? Like it's just not, I just don't like them. Again, like I have looked into like the microblading and stuff like that, but I'm like really a perfectionist, and I really don't trust anyone doing my eyebrows but myself. So that sounds like kind of rude. I'm not like slandering anyone that does it and not saying they don't do a good job, because I've seen people that do like great jobs, but I know myself, so I'm gonna like pick it apart. And like it's essentially like kind of like a tattoo, so if you mess it up, it's not like you can like reverse it, you know? It's kind of like you're stuck with it. So I'm not having that. So I just rather paint it in. So that's like it takes a lot of time sometimes, depending like how like sharp I'm being, but I rather just like choose whenever I want to have my eyebrows and whenever I don't. I have looked into like tinting them in a way, like with beard with the beard like dye, and I'm really like debating it, but like I'm scared that if I mess it up, like I mean, it can't get any worse than this, so I mean, I guess I should try it, but but yeah. Okay, so I definitely shaded my eyebrows, shaded it in. So now I'm gonna go in with my concealer. I love this concealer. It's by Maybelline, and I freaking love it. It's just, ooh, it's just so good. It's kind of like light coverage, but I don't know, I just feel like it works. It like definitely goes into my skin nicer than like the Tarte. Like I feel like the Tarte is like very, I don't know, like I just think it's too full coverage for me, and I like to like add on, like keep adding concealer, and then rather than it being like too full coverage and then I'm just like, oh, like I just don't like that look. So what you're gonna do is like carve the brow. So we're gonna make it fleeky, and this is like kind of like the hard part too, because you have to be like really precise and like get up in your mirror, like I feel like it's nerve-wracking because you're like, oh my god, I don't want to mess up. And like, not saying that like I'm a perfectionist, but like I have messed up quite a bit where I was just not having it, and I will literally just sit there and like have concealer like all over my brow, and I'm just like sitting there like, what am I doing with my life? Like it's like kind of when you get mascara, like after you finish a look and you get like mascara like on your lids, or like you just get it everywhere, and you're just sitting there like, why am I even doing my makeup right now? Like, why do I think I can do my makeup? That's like me when I carve out my brows. It's like nerve-wracking. I feel like this is what surgery is like. You don't want to mess up, you know? It's pretty serious. But anyways, oh, they look good. I'm excited. And then as I carve it out, I kind of like go back in and make like kind of go over like parts of the concealer that I kind of messed up or I went a little too high, and it kind of like makes it even sharper. You see when you go back and fill in any of the spots that you kind of messed up on, or you just want a little bit more prominent in color, and just go over it, but you still have the concealer like base. And then you brush. Like brushing is definitely important, like to do your eyebrows, and then you can just go back and like fix it. And then I take my beauty blender, just a regular beauty blender. I don't really go like crazy about like getting the best beauty blenders. I get them from like Marshalls, because like I like big packs, because I don't like reuse my beauty blender that much. I kind of use it, clean it, and then I get rid of it. Even though like I clean it, I just feel like, I don't know, like they just have a lot of bacteria and germs like from my face, so I just rather have new ones. And they give like a good pack for like $12. They'll give you like 15 or something, and that will last me quite a bit. And like if I do other people's makeup, like I will not use my own blender, which makes sense because that's kind of gross. But I don't know, I've seen people that use the same blender, like I don't know, that just bothers me. But look at my eyebrow, guys. Look at the difference. Okay, where is she? She's here. I'm making like, I can't, like every time I do this I'm like, wow, like Veronica, you've come a long way, because again, I didn't have eyebrows. Well, I still don't have eyebrows technically, but I don't know, it just makes me more confident in my look. Not saying that I don't love myself without makeup, but I definitely really appreciate makeup in the sense of I can change myself. I think it's more like an insecurity because people noticed it, that I kind of like didn't have it, like eyebrows, because like a lot of my friends were Hispanic when I was in like middle and high school, and like Hispanics eyebrows popping, like best eyebrows. They would go get them threaded and they look so good, and I'm just like, there's nothing to thread. Like there's literally nothing you can do with them. So I switched to actually I stopped plucking them, because I thought plucking them would like bring them back, but realized that like plucking literally just made them look crusty. I started shaving them with like a razor, and they grew back thicker. So like that's why they're a little bit more prominent right now, is because I started shaving. And I know this is so weird, but I used to look up like remedies to like grow your eyebrows. Not kidding you, it said Vaseline helps. so don't judge me, but I definitely used to like lather Vaseline on my eyebrows because they said it worked, and I think it did too. Like I think it's a combination of the actual shaving and the actual like Vaseline. I don't know what the Vaseline does to my eyebrows, but it definitely made it thicker for some odd reason. So I don't know, but to each their own. If you have thick eyebrows, no, I'm like low-key jealous of you, but we have the power of makeup to cover it, which I'm like super like grateful for makeup. I love makeup. I'm a little obsessed with it. I'm not an expert in it, so I'm not gonna sit here and be like I know everything about makeup. I definitely know about products, like if they're like like what their consistency is. I can never say that word, consistency of it is. I'm more of like I don't like a sticky base. My Neutrogena is not very sticky. It's more like, I don't know, I just feel like it's hydrating, but it does give a good like form stick for if I like want to put foundation or like concealer like I did right now. Like it just looks better, and it keeps my skin like hydrated underneath. Like I don't feel dry, which I never like that feeling. I don't feel like anyone does. But I kind of don't like judge, like I know celebrities endorse their like makeup brands, and like I try them, but like I'm not gonna like just use something just because I like that artist or like that makeup like person or beauty guru. Is that what they say? Beauty guru. Like I don't just sit there and be like, oh, I just love this product because it's from them. Like I actually like products for what they are, So I'm definitely not biased in that sense. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, I like this just because I like that person. Like Kylie Jenner, I love her, like obsessed. But I'm not sitting here and be like, I only use Kylie Jenner products, or you know what I mean, just because I haven't personally tried them, you know, or you know, just because I'm gonna use it just because I like her. Well, actually love her. I love her. I love all the Kardashians. My best friend my best friend says I even sometimes speak like them, which is weird. And I don't mean to, but I can be sometimes a B word. And I don't even mean to be. It's more my facial expressions, and I'll be like, yeah, like, I don't know. I don't try to be. I try to be nice. But I definitely feel some type of power whenever I have my eyebrows on. I feel like more, you know, like, oh, I can say, not that I like don't say what I want, but like I feel like I'm more confident. So like, I don't know, I feel like I'm that bitch. So when I have my eyebrows on. So again, the eyebrows take a little bit more time. Like, you have to be patient, and sometimes I think that's why I don't like doing my eyebrows either, because I'm such a perfectionist at times, and I'll just overthink everything, or I'll just sit there and it will just keep getting worse. So I'll just take off my eyebrows and call it a day. Like, I won't go out with eyebrows. I've done that before, I'm not kidding you, where I didn't like my eyebrows, and I'll either say I'm not going, or I just won't go with makeup on because my eyebrows are not cooperating. So the more I think about it, I feel like the worse they get. Like, when I just do them quick, I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't really, not that I don't care, but I'm not like, oh, it has to be so perfect. That's when they come out the best. So we'll see. They look cute. So exciting. But a trick that I do is, again, I use the dark, like I mix the two colors to actually like shape my eyebrows, and then I go in with the like lighter color and fill them in, so that way I can build the actual like shades. Again, I like my eyebrows darker than what they naturally are, so I like to build on it rather than just go straight to dark and then having like really dark eyebrows. Like, I don't like that, but I definitely like them a little bit darker than usual, which again, everybody has their own preference, so I don't really care. Like, if people have really dark eyebrows, I don't judge them. I'm like, oh, okay, like, do you, like, whatever makes you happy, you know? So that's always key in life, is just do whatever makes you happy. And if you want to wear some thick eyebrows that look like you penciled them with markers, do it, because in 2019 we're all minding our business. We are. And we're not wearing bras, because I'm not wearing one. I literally can't stand bras. Anyone else? Like, I just can't. I can't wear bras. But yeah, my eyebrows, they don't take that long. I'm telling you, like, they give me, I don't know, I feel like if I say this, they're gonna be like, that's a long time. It takes me like a good like 15 minutes. So I will plan out like time wise. Then again, I'm always late, so I plan my time around my makeup. So I don't know, maybe it's just a Hispanic thing, but like, I have no sense of urgency unless it comes to like school and work. Like, I will never be late for school or work, but everything else, honey, I am not like aware of time at all, which is so bad, and I feel like it's so disrespectful, and I try so hard, but like, I just get distracted when I do my makeup. Sometimes I'll have my little concert and I get into it and I think I'm like Beyonce at the time, like have a little dance battle with myself. I'll stop and eat, like drink, I'll make coffee in the middle of it. So like, I'm not like I'm not sitting there and be like, I have to just do my makeup. So that's why I run out of time, but it's okay. But what I just did is I finished my eyebrows and they are actually fleeky, so I'm excited. I put this on top. It's my L'Oreal brow styler. I don't know, I just like it because it makes my eyebrows look feathery. And then I put my eyebrow gel on it, and I like this because it stays in place And I'm so serious. Sometimes I forget I have makeup on and I'll like wipe my face at work because like I always like I'll lift boxes and I'll just get sweaty and I'll just like wipe my eyebrows and I'm just sitting there. Like one time I did it so bad because I think I was like frustrated and I was like, oh my, like I just put my hands there and I was like, ugh, and I went like this, or I was just like, oh my god, because I'm dramatic. And not kidding you, my whole eyebrow came off because I didn't put gel. So I looked crazy that day, and my coworker and I think he peed, I swear. He probably peed his pants because I almost did. Because he was just looking at me like, where did your eyebrow go? And I was just like, oh my god. So I had to like wipe off my other eyebrow. It just wasn't cute at all. So brow gel is for the people that forget they're wearing makeup. That is so funny. So so I go back with my beauty blender and use a little bit of my Tarte concealer just to really give my eyelids a clear base. I don't really wear eyeshadow. I'll show you what I do with my eyeshadow, and I put my concealer on my hand so I control how much I'm putting on my skin. So I don't know, I just like to do that. I promise you, if you can hear my music, I think it's been playing the same song for I don't even know how long, but I haven't been paying attention, so sorry if you hear this same song over and over again. But yeah, I just do this. See, I kind of have like red skin for some reason, like my redness pops out, but it's okay, it is what it is. I go back with this, the Magic Eraser. Oh, it's Instant Age Rewind. I don't know, it's just great. It's cheap too, so I just fix this redness here on my nose. And I know this is gonna sound super weird, but I don't like a lot of concealer. I just like enough to like, she looks cute. She looks cute, guys. What if I came out like this? I don't like a lot of concealer. And I kind of cover my nose because my nose is red. And we blend. Blending is key. I used to be really lazy with my blending just because I felt like it was just so time consuming, and I used to go out, like I would do my makeup in my room obviously, and then I would go out look at myself in the mirror and natural light, and I was like, ew. What we're not gonna do is that, Veronica. So I've definitely like gained patience in doing this because I was looking like a whole clown with like actual like marks, like the actual creasing, and I'm just not having that anymore. So we've come a long way. And sometimes, honestly, I'm not gonna even lie, I don't even put on concealer because I use that brightening balm, so like I don't really care really, and I'll go over it with powder or something like that. Like I'm not like, oh, I need concealer, but like I definitely should wear it more because I do have dark circles. But at this point I'm just like, you're gonna get what you're gonna get from me. If I look tired, just mind your business, you know. And 90% of the time I am tired, so but not bad. And then I just do my little blemishes that I have. I don't, like I said, I don't really get pimples. I only get pimples when I'm around that time of the month. And I don't know, it's hereditary. I don't get it. And I drink like lots and lots, not kidding you, lots of water. At Casey and Sophia, my friends, that make fun of me because I use the bathroom like so many times a day. It's not even funny like how many times I use the bathroom. I'm always like having to go because I drink so much water, and it is what it is. Like I feel like that has a big like part of having like good skin. I've been trying lemon water just because I know it's like a it's like kind of like a detox that you can do. I just like the way it tastes, and I notice that I've had like more energy and my skin isn't as dry, and like I've been losing weight really fast just because I feel like it says that it like increases your metabolism. So I don't know, you should try it. I really again love water. Oh my god, I have the funniest story to tell you guys. So one time at school, we're studying, and I'm not kidding you, I bring like 4 to 5 water bottles in my lunchbox plus the water that I bring, and I like fill up my water too. So that's just a lot of water. And one time like we were just so busy studying, like I didn't take the time to like drink water, and then I was so thirsty, like thirsty. So I like drank 2 like water, like good bottles of water, and like not kidding you, 2 minutes, like just chugged it. I was just so thirsty. And my friend Casey goes, oh my god, like Veronica, you're gonna have like water intoxication. I was like, yeah, okay, well, like whatever. And if you don't know that, like you can actually consume too much water, which I didn't know until I took science and nutrition. So I was like, yeah, right, okay. And that same exact night, like not another night, like that same exact night, I wake up throwing up, like having to use the bathroom. It was just not cute. Like I was nauseous again, I was throwing up, had to use the bathroom like every like 5 seconds. So like a dumbass, I went on Google and typed in my symptoms, and the 2 things that popped out was the stomach flu and water intoxication. And I just sit there and I'm just like sitting in my bed because like I didn't want to wake up my mom unless it was really serious. Like I thought it was really serious, and it turned out being serious. But I was like sitting there and I was like crying, like my double chin and everything, like crying my eyes out. I was like, I couldn't die. Like I literally was in this bed, like couldn't die. I was like, Lord, if you get me through this, I won't drink as much water anymore. Like I was praying to the good Lord, like please just heal me in this sense, because I literally thought I was gonna die because she said it. So it literally popped up. So I thought it was a sign, but it ended up having to be it was actually a stomach flu. So we're still here. But me and Casey will laugh about it because I told her like that same, like the morning that I woke up and went to the doctor's, I was like, I thought I was gonna die because I looked it up, and I looked up water like intoxication, and you can actually like die from it, like no joke. I was like traumatized. So anyways, I drink lots of water, so drink your water but not too much, kids. You don't look up your symptoms in Google. Like from that day I will never look up my symptoms from Google, because I literally was praying there like, Lord, like please don't take me, like for drinking water, like what? But it was so funny. Like I can't even like, I don't even care that I had the stomach flu. Like yeah, it was terrible at the time. I just thought it was hilarious that like out of all odds that same night, like I got the stomach flu, and it had the same, almost exact same symptoms. So it was so funny. That was my 2019 highlight. But anyways, what I did was I went back in and kind of stamped in my translucent powder from Fenty Beauty in the color Butter. Freaking love Riri. And again, I'm not saying that just because I love her, like I love this product, but I love her as a person too. But this works. I love it so much. And then I go on top of it with my L'Oreal True Match powder, just a cheapy like cosmetic powder, just to make sure I don't have any cut creases, and not cut creases, like creases, and it just like lays like the actual concealer down. So I went in with that, and then the next is my favorite part. Contour, baby. We gonna get rid of this double chin. No matter how much weight I lose, I have my double chin. It's like a cara de papa, so like a face of a potato. Literally my whole family's like that. So I'm gonna go in with my contour kit by Anastasia. Like I have a lot of Anastasia now that I realize it. But I go in and I kind of like have cheekbones right here, so I just follow that line. I tap, and I follow it. And I like to build on contour because like when I first started learning to contour, I had like a black line. I thought it was cute. And I never want to experience that again, so I just rather build. Ooh. And I like to bring it up. I learned techniques from watching YouTube. I really like Nikki tutorials. The trick I learned with like the translucent powder was actually from Nelmaris. She's a really talented makeup artist, and I watched her video, which you guys should definitely watch her. She had like a really good tip of actually like kind of stamping in the translucent powder, and I don't know, it just worked for me and I liked it. And I sweat really easily, so after doing that, like I wouldn't crease as much. So definitely liked that idea. Again, shout out to Nelmaris. She's a very talented makeup artist. Follow her. I follow her, so you just have to go to people I'm following and just follow Nelmaris. She's, again, the best. But again, so I watch her. I watch Nikki tutorials. I like the Vogue makeup tutorials. Like I think it's so cool how makeup artists do their makeup. And like I'll watch Kylie Jenner's, Riri. Oh, that's another trick I got from Nelmaris. Sorry to like bring up Nelmaris so much, but like she had like really good ideas. She said make a double chin, and you know it makes it easier to contour, which it looks weird, but like where's my double chin now, guys? Where it at? And I like love it because again in middle school I used to steal my sister's foundation, and my sister's gonna see this and she's gonna be like, that's where my foundation used to go, because she used to get nice stuff and I would just use it. But I used to steal her foundation. Mind you, if you don't know, my sister is like darker skin tone than me, like way darker, like a couple shades, and I'm white, so you can see where the shade, like the shades would not actually match. But I thought I was killing it because I just wanted to look a little bit darker because I was just so pale and all my friends were like a nice tan and I wasn't. So I used to use it, but I never went down to my neck. I would just stop here. And one time, this was traumatizing. On top of me not having eyebrows, some kid goes to me, like one of my friends, he was like, Veronica, you can see like the orange line. And I go, ah! And from that day on, like I don't think I used her powder ever again because I was traumatized or her actual foundation, because I was like, ah! Like I just thought I didn't know like that you had to go down all the way to your neck. And anyways, it was a shade darker. Like you can obviously tell like it wasn't my shade, so it was traumatizing. I'm going in with this LA Pro Face. It's actually a matte press powder, and not gonna lie, I just got it from Ulta on the clearance, and I was like, let me try this, and I like it. It just goes nicely on my skin. It kind of gives you that bronzy look. And it's not a bronzer, it's literally like an actual like powder. But I don't know, I just like it and it stays really good on my skin. So I really like a bronzy look, just because like since we live in Florida and I don't really tan, like I don't like go to the beach and want to tan, just because I don't tan, I actually burn. So I'd rather not have my face look like it's peeling like a snake's skin's body, so I just try not to tan. So I go in, and then this brush is everything. My mom got me this La Mer, some bougie shit, to be honest. Anything bougie is from my mom, because she's just a bougie woman. So she gave me this brush, and it's literally the best brush ever. And I just keep going in with the actual powder, and I bring it to my hairline, because we don't want to make that mistake again ever of actually being able to tell that this is not our skin color, or that we're using hella brown, like bronzing or contour. I like to make it look as natural as possible, even with my double chin. See, look at that difference, y'all. Like, yes, like you don't even need an app. I'm sorry, I'm getting like really hot, probably because I'm sick, but I'm gonna put my hair up here. Don't mind my hair, this is just a makeup video anyways. But you can add more if you want. Like, again, like this is more of like a natural look, but I definitely like to contour kind of heavy. But the key to like contouring is just blending. Like, you can't just put a line there and just think like it's gonna naturally just blend itself out. Like, you have to take the time to blend, and it can be time consuming, but hey, it's better than sometimes being in the gym all the time, because I don't have time to be in the gym like I wish I could, but like with school. So you know what, we're just gonna take some pounds off my face with some contour, and the only way you can get into shape is your eyebrows. That didn't even make sense. It was a joke, but you can tell I literally don't know metaphors or jokes or anything like that. Like, I try to pretend I do. Like, one time, like from my job, like I don't know, like I feel like Americans use like those metaphors or whatever, and I was just trying to use it one day, and I was like, yeah, killing I was like, killing 2 stones with 1 bird, literally. And it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. And I just sat there and I was like, oh my god, Veronica, like you sound so stupid. So that's why I don't say anything that I don't know. Now I'm going in with this I Love Revolution Bronze and Glow. Got it for like $7 or $8 at Ulta. We on a budget. It kind of has a shimmer to it too, so I like it. I go on top here and just give myself more of a cheekbone, because I'm obsessed with having a cheekbone at this point. I like the whole contour. At first, I literally used to never contour, and then I was like, what was I doing this whole time? Like, not doing this. And again, it just gives your face more definition, and it makes it look natural, like if you blend it right, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, again, just slap it on, and that's why like I like building to my actual contouring, and then I like to like brush out my eyebrows with it, like a little bit of it on it. The next thing I like to do is sorry, I have to find my brush. Take a little brush, and I like to go in with this Clinique bronzer, and I like to put eyeshadow just to make my eyes like look a little bit bigger. I have big eyes as it is, but I like to give like contour to my eyes, so I'll put it like right here and just swipe back and forth. I didn't put a lot on, and it has a little bit of shimmer to it too, so I like it. And you can just add as you go. Like, if you don't have to do this step, I just like this step, so I don't always have like time for this step, but since it's just a video, I have time. So and I blend it out like, ooh, she's awake. And I'll go back in with this one too. So like I'll mix it. I'm a big mixer. Like I like mixing different things, trying it out, see what works for me. Again, it's not gonna maybe work for you, but I like mixing my bronzers. I like the ones with kind of like shimmer to it. Ooh, we love this. We love this. But not a lot. See? It makes a little difference. She cute. She cute. So then my next step is blush. And again, I used to never use blush either. I don't know what it was. I like have to watch videos and then like actually be convinced to use it. If not, like I won't do it. Like if I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna put this on. Like I don't know why. I just don't care, because I think like my way is like for me. But I definitely like learning different things. So I take the one from Too Faced. It's a Papa Don't Peach. It smells so good, and it's kind of like a darker blush, so it kind of looks like a bronze too. So again, I love bronzing and I like smiling. My teeth are kind of, I gotta whiten my teeth. People are like, what, your teeth are white? But like I need to whiten them. But yeah, so you start at the apple and then I pull it up. See, I learned that from Nikki Tutorial. She's like, if you want to look snatched, like you gotta bring everything up. So I took that, implemented in my life, and it's just been my look for the past couple months, and people noticed too. Like they're just like, your makeup looks good. And the best compliment you can ever give me is, one, your makeup looks good, and that you smell good. I don't know, I have a really bad like not like I guess a phobia, but like I'm always scared of like smelling bad. I don't know, like I'm obsessed with smelling like really good. So if you say my makeup looks good or that I smell good, you already know you have a place in my heart. So, and I put some on my nose too, just because Nikki Tutorials told me it's like looks good, and I think it does. And then I'll actually put some here on my like my whole eye. I don't know why, I just like it. But oh, skin, honey, skin. And I really don't like to like carve out my contour. Like I'll do it sometimes, like if I have time, it makes a difference, but like I don't know, sometimes I honestly forget to do it. But it kind of like takes away from like the natural look, because then you have like a line that you can kind of see, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. I start here and I go down, going same with the butter from Fenty Beauty, the queen herself, which anyone else said that she had to come out with music. I'm waiting. I am waiting. And Queen Beyonce and Adele. Like Rihanna, I was always obsessed with like Rihanna, more because like I really liked Chris Brown at the time. Like when I was little, like everybody else liked white guys. It was like, oh my god, like Justin Bieber, like One Direction, and I was just like, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, like I've always liked darker skin tone. And even to like High School Musical, everyone was obsessed, like obsessed with Zac Efron. I was Corbin Bleu all the way. I was in love with that man. He's still attractive, so but I don't keep it on for that long, and I kind of push it into the contour. Again, I'm not a professional, but I don't know, it just works for my face. And I like to get up in there with my mirror to make sure everything's blended, because I'm not gonna look like a fool here. But that's like my face that I do. And then I set my face before I do mascara, just because I don't know, like I feel like sometimes when I set my face with mascara, like my mascara starts to run, so I don't like that. And I just use the typical Morphe one. I put a lot. I like a lot. Then every time I do this to my sister, she gets like mad, like genuinely mad that I spray her with setting spray, because She says like I'm spraying her like a cat. Like, like what are you talking about? And then she doesn't trust me that like I'm actually swinging this around her face. But I get it, whatever. Like, I remember one time that my sister, I watched, obviously, I watched Nickelodeon, and I loved, oh my god, what's the name? It was the two brothers, Drake and Josh. And one time, I think it was like Megan that like poured water on Drake's face, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try that. So my mom was like, oh, like, can you go wake up your sister, because my sister literally sleeps. She would sleep all day if she really could. So I was like, let me try that. So I took my water bottle, like that sprays, and I was like, okay. And I go and I sprayed her face like 5 times, and she woke up, and I swear, like, my sister's 5 feet, but like, she's scary. Like, whole devil inside of her at that time. I was so scared. She was chasing me around the house and like telling me she was gonna kill me. So that's what like it's like having a sister, guys. But I'm going with my mascara. Another shout out to Namara. She put me onto this. I love this mascara. It's cheap. It's usually buy one get one at Ulta too. So we're saving our coins. And I don't put lash primer either. Again, I just kind of do what's convenient for me, unless I have like serious time to do my makeup. Not gonna be honest, I don't have a lot of time to do my makeup, so like that's why I don't do my makeup, because I rather sleep in than worry about that sometimes. Well, I actually put alarms, so like I put an alarm for 7 o'clock every single morning, and by the time I get out of bed, it's like 8:30, like 8:45, like right when I have to go. So I don't know, it's really a bad habit of mine, but it takes me like an hour to like really like process that I have to get up. I'm not a morning person until I had Starbucks. I love Starbucks, like a little too much. And I just got a job at Target, which is like really exciting. But at the same time, one of like my coworkers, like during orientation, she was like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna work at the Starbucks. And I was just like, girl, we about to become friends, because I'm gonna be there every single day wasting my coins, because I love iced coffee. One time, me and Nomaris were hanging out, and I had gotten like Starbucks, and I hadn't had it in a long time, because like in Virginia, there's not like, I went to see my dad this Christmas break, and there's not like a Starbucks really close to him. It's a lot of Dunkins, like it's not a lot of Starbucks like here. And I drank a venti, and I don't even know how quick. I'm a very like, I like liquids, like I like juice, I will like not eat, but I'll have like juice, water, coffee, like I don't know, it's weird. I like a lot of liquids. Again, that's why I'm like always having to use the bathroom. But yeah, like look at that mascara. Yes, like, and this is not with a like lash primer, so we're making moves. And then I will do a little bit on my bottom lashes. I'm not a big fan of like putting mascara on my bottom lashes. I don't know why. Sometimes I even forget to like put it on, if I'm being completely honest. And that's another funny story. I used to wear like, not kidding you, 50 layers of mascara, because I wanted to have the longest eyelashes ever. And I would go through a mascara tube like in a week. Like a mascara tube in a week. It looked like I had spiders on my eyelashes. And my parents were just like, you know, maybe it's a little too much. And I was like, no, I look good. I did not look good, guys. But we're almost done. This is the look. We love it. I'm gonna put my hair down so I look cute. Hold on. You gotta part it in the middle and kind of brush it out. But ooh, I love it. I love this look, and it's easy. Like, it's not that bad if you really think about it. Sorry, there's so many commercials on this playlist, but I don't know, I just like it. It looks natural. It doesn't take that much time. It just took more time just because I was like speaking to you guys, but it really is just super easy. Like, I don't know, it's just convenient too. It makes me feel good. So however you do your makeup, like definitely like do it for you too. Do it for you. Don't do it for nobody else. Like, try to look cute for yourself. So anyways, the next thing I like to do is spray my little brush that I did for like my little eyeshadow, and go back in with this little highlight from the palette and put it in my inner corner. I don't like a lot of it, so I'll put it in my inner corner here, and then I'll put it on my bridge like every other person in this world. I like my nose to be like popping right here, and then I'll go in with the same brush that I used for the blush. I don't know, I just like this brush, and go slightly on top here. Ooh, she's cute. I used to have a Jouer, like whatever it's called, highlight, and one time I was doing my mom's makeup and it fell, like not even far, like it just dropped a little bit and it completely shattered. I'm not kidding you, I think I paid like $70 for that highlight, and I cried my eyes out, like cried. So we're not ever doing that again. I will go, I like this, actually this is the first time using this highlight and I like it. Mind you, the bronzer that I use has an actual it has shimmer in it. Oh, I forgot I had this. Ooh, this is cute. Should I put some on? Yeah, whatever. Live your best life. See, this is my problem, like I buy makeup and then I forget that I have it because I just use like the same products over and over again. So we're gonna open it up and see. I'm excited, and it wasn't expensive either. I try not to go crazy in Ulta, like I promise you. Oh, Sephora, don't take me into Sephora. I'm thinking, okay, yeah, like this is not that bad in price, this is not. I'll like get 2 things and it's like $100, and I'm just like, yeah, I'll get it. Like, why, Veronica? Like, it's so annoying. It's bad. It's a bad addiction. But Ulta's a little bit more, you know, on the less cheap side, and I like it. But I went in with this. It's from NYX. I never really tried NYX. But we're gonna try it out, see what it does. She's cute. She's cute. I like it. Not too much. Alright guys, so I'm gonna bring you closer. This is the look. It looks good. So I'm glad again that you guys wanted me to do this and you guys are down for it. Let me know if you want me to do more. This is pretty much my staple for my everyday natural look. You can always go less with the highlight if you want, but I don't know, it just makes me look more like alive in that sense. Like I'm here, I'm glowing. Eyebrows always on fleek, but this is the look, guys. I'm so excited I finally did one of these. Again, if you want to see more, just let me know, and you guys have a great night. Thank you.